Hello everyone, today we're going to solve equations involving radical expressions. So when we say radical equation, this is an equation in which the variable appears in a radicand. Let's say, for examples, we have square root of x equals to 6. So as you can see, the variable appears in the radicand. So we have x. Another example, we have square root of x plus 5 equals to 2. So the variable here, x, is in the radicand. Then, letter C, let's say we have square root of 5x minus 1 equals to square root of x plus 3. So, these are examples of radical equations. And also, in solving radical equation, we can use the fact that if two numbers are equal, then their squares are also equal. So, in symbol, if x is equal to y, then x raised to n is equal to y raised to n. So, we call this as the principle of powers. Okay. So, let us have now an example. Let's say number 1. So, let us solve the following radical equations. Number 1. Let's say we have square root of x equals to 3. So, our first step here are to solve radical equations. Our first step is we're going to arrange the terms of the equation so that one term with radical is by itself on one side of the equation. Since that here, square root of x, or the radical term, is already on one side of the equation, so no need for us to isolate the radical term. Then after that, we're going to apply the principle of powers. So we have square root of x squared equals to 3 squared. So here, as you can see, the index is 2. So we're going to raise both sides of the equation by the power of the index. So we have to simplify. Square root of x squared, we have x equals to 3 squared, we have 9. Okay? Then after that, let us check. So if x is equal to 9, so we have square root of x equals to 3, square root of 9 equals to 3, so square root of 9 is 3 equals to 3. So we have a true statement, therefore the solution is 9, or x equals to 9. Okay? Next, number 2. Let's say we have the cube root of x plus 3 equals to 0. So our first step here is we're going to isolate the radical term. So you're going to make use of the subtraction property of equality. Subtract both sides. Subtract 3 on both sides of the equation, or simply transpose 3 on the right side of the equation. So then just don't forget to change the sign from positive to negative 3. So we have the cube root of x equals to negative 3. So here we have to isolate the radical term. Then after that, we're going to apply the principle of powers. If x is equal to y, then x raised to n is equal to y raised to n. So we have the cube root of x. So since the index is 3, so you have to raise both sides by 3. Then equals to negative 3, enclosing a parenthesis, cube. So here we're going to apply the principle of powers. That is, if x is equal to y, then x squared is equal to y squared. Then after that, let us simplify. Cube root of x cube is equal to x. Then negative 3 cube is equal to negative 27. So let us check. Okay, so to check, if x is equal to negative 27, so using the original equation, we have the cube root of x plus 3 equals to 0. So you just substitute. We have the cube root of negative 27 plus 3 equals to 0. Cube root of negative 27 is negative 3. Then plus 3 equals to 0. Negative 3 plus 3, we have 0 equals to 0. So we have a true statement. Therefore, the solution here is negative 27. Okay? So that is number 2 example. Next, number 3. Let's say we have square root of x minus 4 plus 3 equals to 5. Again, we're going to isolate the radical term. We're going to make use of the subtraction property of equality. Subtract 3 on both sides of the equation. Or simply transpose 3 to the right side. So we have a square root of x minus 4 equals to 5 minus 3. So we have square root of x minus 4 equals to 5 minus 3. We have 2. Then after that, we're going to apply the principle of powers. We're going to square both sides. Okay? So we have square root of x minus 4 squared. We have x minus 4. Then equals to 2 squared. We have 4. Then after that, so for x, we have 4 plus 4, or applying the addition property of equality. Add 4 on both sides of the equation. So we have x is equal to 8. Okay? Then after that, let us check. If x is equal to 8, using the original equation, we have x minus 4 plus 3 is equal to 5. So we have a square root of 8 minus 4 plus 3 equals to 5. 8 minus 3, we have 4. So square root of 4 plus 3 equals to 5. Square root of 4 is 2 plus 3 equals to 5. So 2 plus 3, we have 5 equals to 5. Check. So here we can say that the solution is x equals to 8. Okay? Next, number 4. Let's say, for example, we have the fourth root of 2x equals to 6. Okay. So, here, since the radical term is already on one side of the equation, so we're going to apply the principle of powers. So we have here 4th root of 2x raised to the 4th power, since that the index is 4. Then equals to 6 raised to the 4th power. Now let us simplify. 4th root of 2x raised to the 4th power is 2x. Then equals to 6 raised to the 4th power is 1,296. Then to solve for x, you're going to divide both sides by 2. So cancel 2. The value of x now is 648. Okay. Then let us check. If x is equal to 648. Using the original equation, we have the 4th root of 2x equals to 6. 4th root of 2 times 648. Okay? Then equals to 6. So we have the 4th root of 1,296 equals to 6. 4th root of 1,296 is 6. So that is 6. Check. Therefore, we can say that the solution is x equals to 648. Okay? Next, number 5. Let's say, for example, we have square root of x minus 2 minus x equals to negative 4. Okay, so we're going to isolate the radical terms. So we have square root of x minus 2 equals to, you transpose negative x to the right side of the equation. So we have x from negative, make it positive x, then minus 4. Then after that, we're going to apply the principle of powers. We have square root of x minus 2 equals to x minus 4. So square both sides, okay? So we have square root of x minus 2 squared. We have x minus 2, then equals to. So here, we're going to apply the finding of product of a square of a binomial. That is, if we have x plus y squared, this is equal to x squared plus 2xy, or twice the product of the first and then the second term, plus y squared, or the square of the second term. If this is minus, we have minus also. So we have x squared, then minus 2 times x times the second term 4, then plus 4 squared. Okay, then we have x minus 2 equals to x squared, negative 2 times x times 4, we have negative 8x. Then plus 4 squared, we have 16. Okay, then after that, we're going to combine similar terms. Okay, so we have here x squared minus 8x plus 16. Let us just transpose this to the right side. So we have negative x plus 2. So as you can see, you change the sign from positive x, make it negative, from negative 2, make it positive 2. Okay, equals to 0. Then we have here x squared, negative x minus x, we have negative 9x. Then 16 plus 2, we have 18. Okay, equals to 0. Then after that, as you can see, let us write it in standard form. X squared minus 9x plus 18 equals to 0. After that, you're going to solve for the values of x. Now, since that this is a trinomial, so we're going to factor, okay? Factor this trinomial. So, factor of x squared, we have x, okay? Factors of 18, so wherein the sum is negative 9. So, we're going to think of numbers wherein if we're going to add, the sum is negative 9. So, let's say negative 6 and then negative 3. So, we have negative 6 times negative 3, we have positive 18. Then, if we're going to add, let's say, let us multiply first. Negative 6 times x, we have negative 6x. X times negative 3, so we have negative 3x. Add it, we have negative 9x, which is the middle term, negative 9x. Okay? Then, equate each factor to 0. X minus 6 equals to 0. X is equal to 6. Then, x minus 3 equals to 0. X is equal to positive 3. So, let us check. Okay. Okay, let us check first. If x is equal to 6, so using the original equation, we have x minus 2 minus x equals to negative 4. So we have square root of 6 minus 2 minus 6 equals to negative 4. So 6 minus 2, that is 4. So square root of 4 minus 6 equals to negative 4. So square root of 4 is 2. Then minus 6 equals to negative 4. 2 minus 6, we have negative 4 equals to negative 4. So check. How about if x is positive 3? So using again the original equation, we have square root of x minus 2, then minus x equals to negative 4. So let us substitute. We have here value of x is 3 minus 2 minus 3 equals to negative 4. So 3 minus 2, we have 1. Then minus 3 equals to negative 4. Square root of 1 is 1. Minus 3 equals to negative 4. Okay. 1 minus 3, we have negative 2 equals to negative 4. So, as you can see, they are not equal, right? So, here, in this case, 3 is what we called an extraneous solution. So, we call this as extraneous solution, wherein an extraneous solution is a solution from the original equation, but then that is not a solution to the equation. Okay? So, here we can say that the only solution is 6. So, the solution is 6. Okay? So, this is number 5. Okay, so that's all for today. I know that, and I hope that you learned now how to solve radical equations. So please do like, comment, share, subscribe, and then click the notification button for more videos and updates. Thank you.